This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Helping those battling breast cancer and making sure there's even more survivors, we talk with a local doctor next. Happy New Week. Let's make it a good one. I'm Ken Cara, and remember, we're your trifecta of local news on the air, online, and on the Samsung Productions app. Here's some headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Dr. Richard Greco from the Lehigh Valley Health Network recently sat down with our John Eric Poli to make sure everyone is thinking about breast cancer awareness all year and not just during Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October.
Breast cancer, it is probably the most common cancer diagnosed in women, and it's probably the second leading cause of death, in women. So it's very important that we are aware of this and that we continue to bring about awareness.
And you say that it's very common in women, which we all know, but it's also could be found in men too, right?
Yeah, it can be found in men. The percentage of it is obviously a lot smaller. It can also be found in men, so it's also important to address that small subset of the population for that also.
Now, what are some steps that everyone should take to kind of check themselves out for breast cancer?
So there's a couple things that you can do. Before, people used to do self-breast exams, and now a lot of the guidelines and things typically say that there's what's called, breast awareness. And most women know that if there's going to be some sort of a change, if they're noticing anything different, within their breasts, to let us know, immediately. One of the most important things, though, that women should have done is that starting at age 21, they should see your doctor, your OBGYN or a family doctor, and have a breast exam done by a physician, at least every 1 to 3 years, up until age 40. And then once they hit age 40, you're going to get a yearly breast exam done by a physician. And also at age 40 is when you start to begin your screening mammograms.
Now, over the years, we always see advancements in healthcare with fighting not just breast cancer, but any kind of cancer. But tell us, for the breast cancer's sake, what are some of the advancements that you've seen over the past few years to help fight the disease?
Well, of course, obviously the biggest fighting thing that we have, against breast cancer is the mammogram. And mammograms that we have are, getting better. They're getting more accurate. And if there is anything that's abnormal, we can pick up, breast cancer a lot earlier than, probably 10, 15, 20 years ago.
And for anyone that's watching this, why would you say it's important for them to make donations towards these breast cancer groups to help, fight the disease?
So, not only is it important for, the prevention of breast cancer, it's the fight for women that do have, breast cancer. And there's a lot of new research out there, a lot of new medicines, a lot of new technology out there that is being funded, trying to come up with new ways to, fight this disease. So it's very important that we continue that research going forward to find new ways, to battle this potentially deadly disease.
All right, thanks, Doctor, for taking this time to sit down with me and discuss breast cancer awareness. Remember, everyone, to make sure that you're donating to these great causes, as it helps with research towards breast cancer.
Thank you, John. One woman from our area is donating a piece of her past to help a good cause. Barbara Gavel is a member of the Christ Lutheran Church in Cunningham. As part of the church's 200th anniversary, a quilt auction will be held next month. Barbara donated a red work quilt made by her aunt, uncle, and grandmother when her aunt was only 5 years old.
It's a very old technique. Many of the old quilts were very thin, which is this very thin, and it's all done with red a thread. I wanted to donate it for the quilt auction. My dad was a veteran and always really encouraged us as children to be supportive of the soldiers. And because all the money from the quilt auction is going to the Pennsylvania Wounded Warriors, I thought this was a perfect year to do this. So I'm giving up a lot of my memories in hopes that somebody else will have the same memories that I've had.
To donate a quilt, call the church at 570-788-1572. The quilt auction is Saturday, November 10th. We'll have more details next week on Community NEPA News. They're fun and they're brainy, but sometimes their show is zany. It's the Lasant family. I can never snap. Deb and Janine are at the Laurel Mall tonight for Malloween from 6 to 8 p.m. to record an episode of The Girls. Stop by with candy. There's some there for the kids. There'll be some entertainment and more. 105 The River will be there as well with prizes. Bring your costume. The parade starts at 6 p.m. For more information, visit facebook.com/The Laurel Mall.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
What does this week have in store? Rain? Let's find out now. Here's your forecast from the National Weather Service. I'm just guessing rain. Haven't looked yet. Mostly cloudy tonight. Then it'll become mostly clear. Low of 34 degrees. Sunny on Tuesday with a high of 50. We get down to 42 at night. Partly cloudy. A 30% chance of showers Wednesday with a high of 59. Wednesday night we'll have a low of 50 degrees. 40% chance of precipitation. Up to 50 on Thursday with a high of 62 though. Rain at night. 80% chance down to 48. 50% chance of showers Friday with a high of 53 and a 30% chance of showers Friday night with a low of 38 degrees. A few weekend sports notes on our SSPTV standard speaker scoreboard for you right now. Emma Wiley had a hat trick for the Penn State Hazelton women's soccer team against Penn State Beaver. The local Lions are now in the Penn State University Athletic Conference Championship game on Wednesday against number 1 seed Penn State Brandywine, the two-time defending champs. Elise Hara went over 600 service points in her career, and the MMI girls volleyball team moved on in the District 2 Single A semifinals with a win over Elk Lake. The Hazelton Area High School football team secured a home playoff game with a win over Crestwood. The Cougars will host Williamsport on Friday night at 7 p.m. in the District's 2-4-6A sub-regional semifinals. North Schuylkill and Tamaqua both finished the season with wins, and they will share the Schuylkill League Division I championship with Jim Thorpe. We'll have our Tamaqua High School football cold-scale rankings later this week on SSPTV News. Coming up, I search for the Fountain of Youth in sports. You'll want to check out our feature on the Hazelton area water polo teams. Ron Marchetti has short shots, and you won't believe how much goes on at the Tamaqua Area Art Center. It's going to blow your mind. Lisa Sugart has the story. Watch SSPTV in Pottsville every night from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Comcast Channel 190.
It's time for tonight's social news. The Hazelton Area High School's Veterans Day ceremony and reception is Friday, November 9th. The students, faculty, and staff invite local veterans and a guest to attend the program. They ask that you RSVP by November 2nd by calling 570-459-3221, extension 81500. And the Greater Hazelton American Cancer Society is looking for drivers for their Road to Recovery program. You would help patients get to their treatments inside and outside of the area. For more information, call 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org. You can also check out the Greater Hazelton American Cancer Society's Facebook page. SSPTV would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of the following. Frank Anthony Elameco of Cunningham. Massive Christian burial is at St. John Bosco Church on Wednesday at 10 a.m. in Cunningham. Friends and family may call from 6 to 8 p.m. Tuesday at the Butler Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home in Drums. Dolores A. Starzik of West Hazelton. Graveside service is Thursday at 11 a.m. at Transfiguration Cemetery in West Hazelton. Friends and family may call from 6 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday at the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home in Hazelton. And Helena Margaret Tanner, formerly of Hazelton. The funeral service is at 11 a.m. on Wednesday at the Butler Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home in Drums. Friends and family may call Wednesday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home.